Hello, welcome to Blaze of Games. In this video I'm going to be building my Economy 2.0 map. I've built a custom map itself and it's almost done being made. I just had a few minor adjustments. I was probably going to put a few more roads through it. I'm just doing a quick play test on the new patch and seeing how the economy works. This is the map. It's got pretty good highway structure. I've got a lot of good interchanges. I've designed everything myself. Got something like that, like a bullet head one. And this is the main one here. The heart of it all. So I'd call this a heart interchange. It's got all the different directions, so it's very crammed in there. But anywhere you need to go, you can go. It's got 5-lane highway on this side, 4-lane all the way around it. It's got 3 waterways, or seaways as you would call them. And it's got plenty of space for all your industry. And it's got all the tiles bought for you. So I guess I should have put one more here. And yeah, you'll get the whole map for you. That way you're not paying for the service fees for it. So I was having a little bit of trouble making money at first, but I'm kind of realizing you just got to put barely any services, I guess. So I don't even know if I had the... Yeah, I have the police. I don't even know if I had the fire. No. The hospital. And the elementary. Unfortunately, on this patch, everything is just too expensive now. You know, 100,000, 300,000. I can't really spend that kind of money. It's probably 120,000. Okay, well, I could put that in, but I'm trying to keep my money near $1 million, so I don't want to keep going down from that. Fire station, I'd like to build it over here somewhere, yeah. Near all my industry here. So I've just built a really crap old road design. It's very basic. A lot of things need changing, but at the moment I just wanted to test out this patch and see how it plays. At least don't have any major issues yet. The only issue I would say is that this game is using 100% of my computer pretty much. Even though it's not lagging, it's really using your whole CPU, my graphics card, my 3080 GTX, and yeah, it kind of has a heavy load. But other than that, like, the game runs pretty good, so I can't complain too much. It's only once you get into those high populations, and maybe that death wave that they designed was just not the best way to do it. Why don't you just make them disappear, those people? Don't make the hearse have to come. Just completely erase those people that you wanted to kill. I don't know if it was the elders. I think it was the elders. I don't know why you guys are killing elders. Like, maybe you could have chose, well, yeah, I don't know. You should have just deleted them off the map. So all my old maps aren't very functional anymore because of the death wave, and I don't think I had a single city that's below 180,000 pop. Like many people, I wanted to get up to 1 million people, but I don't think you can. especially not now. So to make money, because I'm not paying for power or water, I think that's the only reason I'm making any money. They said something about we have to allow the outside connection, like in the options, but I didn't find anything, and it seems like I'm getting 100% free. Like, we're not produce, well, 20 megawatts. And if I had 4 of these, there's 100 grand right there. And then if you modify them, you're spending, I think, 75 or 65,000 extra. So it's just not worth it. It's like $90,000 for 9 megawatts of power. And our money is severely less. So it definitely is harder. I think I'll put this in because then I'll get that extra milestone unlock. Kinda feel like just sticking it there. I like how we can at least move these, but this has always been too big. I'm gonna place it just so I can get that extra milestone, hopefully. I do like that feature. It was pretty bad having it all stuck together, but what I don't understand is a park or a cemetery. Why can't we have a cemetery that starts off like this, and then we just add on these sections as we go? You know, it would be an upgrade right here. It would be like add another 100 graves, or add another 1,000 graves, add 3,000, or whatever it is. So there's a lot of things they could have changed. I do like this, so I can skip over. How many were they planning there? 5 ads? Yeah, they should just take those out, or give us an option to just use the music only, because I kind of like the music. Just, it's nice and relaxing. So I am building very slowly, but I didn't even really check how much I got in that milestone. It's usually good to get education. Maybe some garbage, because I usually like the recycling center more. But if they fixed the landfill, then I'll just use the landfill because it's cheap. Now I was thinking train and subway, but I don't think I'll wait for that. Okay. Yeah, these are really expensive, like $1 million, so I don't think they're gonna get that. I'll give you that. And that. 6 more. Yeah, I'll do this. And the radio telescope. Even though I'll never afford them with the current budget. Okay, so I think I actually had my services on my education right down to nothing, so we're gonna also have to put that back up. Got pretty much all we need. Where's my other school? Let's see. I did not upgrade it. $22,000. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of let the simulation play on high speed the whole time, and just looking at the different demands. It looks like the demands are a little bit more stable at this point, but I'm only at 8,000 pops, so it's gonna take a long time for me to really figure out if the demand is good or not. So I hate that. I am trying to just go fast and build through this city and just do a quick play test. So I am not really designing this realistic at all. And I'm putting way too many connections on that, so I'm gonna do that. There's the one time I care. So let's give them row houses all along here. Yeah, whole thing. We'll go one down that way. We can have a little park in there. Give them some more row housing. We're gonna put a nice large park in here. I think, yeah, no. I don't like the parks. They're very crappy choices. Campfire site it will be then. So, I'll take it off the grid. That's better. Now, I'm just gonna let it grow a little bit while I figure out what I'm doing here. I think I'll do those. Maybe just the one high density. Now, those also. The one thing I have realized is that these little alleyways are actually one of the best roads. They are low traffic, but they almost never have traffic jams. People can walk. They don't have to stop at all. There's no stop sign, so they just blast straight through. If you have pedestrian streets, they're even slower. I think they're 15. Let me check here. I don't even know if it, no. Doesn't say, but I think they go 15. So I'm gonna give you guys your mail, even though it's very expensive, and yeah, I can't really afford it yet, so. Yeah, it's quite a lot harder. It was way too easy before. Now it's just a little bit too tedious. Okay, that guy's not gonna want to live there. But I always want to get these in ASAP. Just boost the economy. Get a few more people living there. Got some traffic. Ooh. Do we ever? Alright. I think we're gonna have to take a 2-lane and just take it right off. Yeah, you can go right into that one. So I don't know if that's gonna really help because it's another intersection, but maybe I'm gonna take that out. Yeah, I'm gonna take that out completely. If you want to get out, you can get out from another road. That can be their way out. Obviously, I've butchered my pretty good highway layout. Yeah, I don't know why I'm just doing it so quickly, but I really just want to test it out and make sure the game runs up to about 100,000 people. The traffic seems a lot more manageable anyways, so I don't know. The only problem I'm having is just that death wave. So I'm gonna save my map and I'll go back to one of my other ones and just see how. I'll go to one of my SimCity ones. I think this one had the most cities. 48,000. Yeah, let's go to that. Now, this one is just a SimCity 5 remake, so let's wait for that death wave to come. I had a lot of fun with these, so I might still do some more SimCity 5 maps. I have 4 of them right now. Rambling Badlands, Granite Lake, Viridian Woods, Discovery Delta, and that's the ones I made so far. But overall, in SimCity 5, there wasn't that many good regions, so I think I did all the ones that are big. Getting some weird glitches. Now, I like this city tile the most. Even in the SimCity game, it was kind of fun to work with. So this map only has single rails, and I've had literally no problems. So they don't stop and get clogged up, and they all kind of route a lot better through these. So let's see, where's my train? They're not getting a whole lot of use, but that's just because there's not many stops, right? They go to each little city tile, you can get picked up. So I'm gonna go out of that view. And the nice thing is they just stop there and then they back up. You just gotta put a tiny little bit at the end and it will work. It won't have that false connection. So he's taken 164 people, 52 pets. Let's change up this tune. Oh yeah, let's get a real rockin' tune. Yeah, no, not this one. There was just one good song, I think. Hey, drive. Yeah, here we go. This one's jamming, man. Bumping my head to this. Bump, 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 bump. Okay, that guy just disappeared for no reason. That's pretty normal. And now this guy's going back to the station? What? What? Okay, so the other one was getting serviced. I don't know why this one's leaving now. What the heck? Let's see if he comes back. That is very strange. Maybe that explains why they're not using them. One train, 2 trains, so yeah, no. It's only one train. And he is at this stop. Very, very strange how long he's waiting outside of the city map. Yeah. Well, it's good they fixed at least something, I guess. Now, I don't like these glitches like that. I wish they could just make a solid wall on the edge. I don't need to see that. I tried to make the map low enough, but it wouldn't let me go any lower this time. Jeez. So I've tried to play around with the climate on almost all my maps, and I still get winter. Maybe I haven't read the right description of what I need to do, but at the moment I don't have all that much time, so I play the game. That's the only thing I have time for. Play the game and go to work. Yeah, I really like these SimCity 5 remakes. So I had very basic rules, like just, not even rules, but like missions that you can do. So you can find these on the Paradox Mod website. And I said to do minor terrain edits only, so, you know, like that statue on the island, I made that myself. And I think that was another goal, is to use all the landmarks. So I still had a few there. Now the death wave is happening, but it should be a little bit more controlled, because when you're working with something like this, you tend to just use what you need. And this one I at least had sandbox mode on. So I can see I would be pretty severely screwed right now. Because, you know, the calculations are just totally wrong. So I started just using sandbox mode. And I think that might take down a little bit of the lag, because you're not doing those calculations anymore. Alright, the death wave is happening. It's probably a lot more managed. Got cars driving around in each city. There's not a whole lot of traffic overall. How many cities did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 16. And then I had like the rules for the Great Works is just big buildings, airports, no actual population in your what they would call Great Works. So I had these ones kind of predetermined what I wanted. But I usually build pretty slow overall. I like to at least let things build up. I've got a university, like just these little small cities work so cool. I really like it. I should get the mod to make more organic borders. That seems kind of cool, because then you can at least make cities that aren't always perfectly square. But there's at least a way to make it look less squared. You know? That one's pretty squared off, but And I really hate the winters. Just a lot you can't really see. And it's very distracting with all the snowflakes. So, I'm gonna save this one. I guess I'm just gonna let the death wave happen on each one. And I will go to my other one. That was the Discovery Delta. I like Granite Lake. So, this one I actually detailed pretty well. It's not a one-to-one scale either. It's literally just based on SimCity 5. But all the resources are exactly where they were in the SimCity 5. So, you know, I got all these resources. They had 3 different types in SimCity 5. So I just simulate whatever. You know, you only got 2 choices there. And then anywhere in SimCity 5 you could build the farm. So same thing applies here. Everything is a farm other than the very tight resource spots. A lot of them won't be used, but you're gonna have to have some industry, right? So this is also in sandbox mode, and I'm really glad. But they shouldn't even show me what I'm minus. Why even have that calculation, right? Shouldn't have to know. I'm pretty sure I had everything. Yeah, everything minus 10, so obviously. Which is another thing, is if you do sandbox mode, they shouldn't even have taxes. You shouldn't be able to put your service fees. It should just be a fixed, everything's maxed out and it's fixed. These should just be all maxed out. Every time you build something, it should just be maxed out. Yeah, I really like Granite Lake, but the only problem was that I built it so heavily. I really detailed it the same way, how they had a 2x2 lane, like just a highway. So I don't think 2 lanes is enough when you're building over 100,000 people. But I made sure that the exits have plenty of space on each side, so they're not gonna always be backed up. That's just a car accident. And there is a lot longer spaces in between the tiles than they had in SimCity 5, because I just wanted to use the entire map. You know, there's this entire area here that I should have built maybe another tile. I did fix something here that I had in the released version of this map. At the moment I'm too lazy to fix it, but it's just a tiny rail that wasn't connected. And it's not that I'm too lazy, but every time I upload something on there, something else breaks or my images disappear or something like that, so it's kind of annoying updating your maps. So I got a little camp or a hiking spot. And then if you go up the mountain a little bit more is where some people perished. That looks like a pretty steep mountain, so be a good climb. Yeah, this one was a lot more fun. So the way I worked this was that all your cities can share power, but the Great Works is on its own power. So you get free power, of course, and free water and sewage. but that's just a tile that you'd use for putting larger things, you know, that just aren't gonna fit. Well, that's about it. There's a lot of different challenges building cities on these, because you can't really build more than a 20-degree slope. So roads are very hard to get down here. I had to use these little streets, alleyways. Not quite like SimCity. You were able to build on a lot steeper terrain, so really have to improvise. So in SimCity, you were able to use all these ports, and there was no river there, but in this game you have to have a river, apparently. I tried to just make a closed circuit, but it actually won't let you. You can't get boats unless you have an outside connection, which is kind of disappointing. Alright, well, yeah, there's been a pretty good tour of all my cities, and watching Death Wave hit, and seeing how extremely shattered I am. But minus 2 million, like, if I really just put these back up, let's just try. We gotta know for ourselves what I would be making. But I have all the services are maxed out, and I'm not gonna change that. So the one thing about SimCity though was there was a ton of traffic. All your entrances would be just clogged. So you'd always find fun solutions to fight the traffic, making really long roads, or I'm thinking of doing something like that on this one, where I just get rid of one of these roads here. This one can probably go, and it can just be like a cul-de-sac. So I think I can go right to there. Yep, sorry guys, no more. Yeah, there we go. That should clear up quite a bit of it. Nobody crossing over. And I might just do a stop sign, 'cause there's not many people leaving this way. But no, I think traffic light might be the better bet. Let's do stop sign over here then. Yeah. And stop sign over here. There we go. And upgrade the lane, so you don't have people parking on the road. That actually does help fight a little bit of the traffic. I wish I didn't have to drag it and just complete the section. Alright. But I think these are actually managing still. Like, if you saw my other bigger cities, then yeah, like, it does not manage very well. Oh, with this new death wave, and yeah, pretty much ruined all my cities. And I knew it was coming. They basically warned us that it would break the game if we use our old cities, but oh, oops. Well, that's how I used to get rid of the icons. Well, you're right. Kill off the people that way. Kill them with kindness. We've always had that waiting for Hearst problem, where there'll be like all of a sudden you just get 100 people die all at once. So there already was some form of a death wave. People need to get in car accidents and stuff like that. There's got to be ways that they can die other than old age. Maybe some people only live till they're a teenager. Maybe some people live till they're an adult. Some live till they're a citizen or an elderly. So they claim that even if they disappear, they will reappear back at the starting point, and then they'll drive all the way back, and they won't disappear that time or something. Or they teleport to their destination, something like that. So usually when they disappear, I can't find them again. Don't have anyone followed. But overall it's managing a lot better because these are single cities, so almost all of them have some form of crematorium. It's a pretty easy building to build, so yeah, I think every single city has one, which is good. This was the larger one. I have mostly all the signature buildings. Just a few left there. So yeah, this one's really busy. But obviously it's busy because there's no other intersections over here or over here. But that's kind of what makes it fun. It's part of the challenge. So if I had to rebuild this, I would do it with like 5-lane highways, just so that people would get that satisfaction that it's not totally busted. But see, that's like the largest single road I could build on a highway. So I think I would do it with 4-lane. I really wish I could change that increment. Why is it not even that? Oh, it's out of the yeah, out of the boundary. Ooh, they should just let us go through and like delete. There should be a delete icon for whatever we don't want. This song, delete. Yeah, I want to delete them. Delete the announcer. Just put some relaxing music. That's all you need. The diet building. Ooh, they are dieting. Yeah, they are dieting. Well, I think that's about it for this video. It's probably carrying on into the hour mark, so if you want to watch more of this content, please hit like and subscribe. Otherwise, have a good day and have a good night, and goodbye.